take off my glasses so I can address you personally, each and every one of you. Hello, and thank you very much for coming. You know, it sounds like a piano, but it's not. It's a clavinova. Makes many sounds, piano-like sounds. And, you know, we're really living in a world of sort of artificial things. At Disneyland, bricks are made out of terracotta, and terracotta is made out of glass. You know, everywhere you go is illusion. How wonderful it is that we all chose to be here on such a wonderful spring afternoon to see a group of people that make up reality as they go along, just like our government, ladies and gentlemen. But we've been doing it for 14 years, and they get honest laughs, good honest laughs. You get your money's worth when you come here. Thank you very much. Please put your hands together. Give a warm welcome to the one, the only, the group of them, all of them, Flash Family!
We had no idea, Joe.
Well, it's our anniversary this month. Flash Family is 14 years now in the making and continuing a work in progress going on. And in honor of our anniversary, we want to give one of you a present. So you signed a little tan color thing when you came in?
Power of attorney, I think
yes,
it's called.
Right. And right in the middle, I'm going to go in the middle of the pile there. This person is going to win a sweatshirt, either a Flash Family sweatshirt or Yes and sweatshirt. And it's David Gallo. Where's David Gallo? There he is. You give them this at the break, and pick out the sweatshirt of your choice.
Maybe in your size.
Mine, I need a new one. Anyway, welcome tonight. Can I see by a show of hands how many people have been to an improv show of any kind before? Ooh. How many people have never been to an improv show? Ooh. How many people have been to a Flash Family show? No. Feel the burn. Now both hands. You are my slaves. Give me your wallets. Thank you. Well, the way this works, for those of you who are not familiar with how improv works, is we will be coming to you for suggestions throughout the evening. We have absolutely no script and little or no idea of what the hell we're going to be doing for the next 2 hours, other than having a good time and hopefully entertaining you at the same point. So let's practice yelling out some suggestions, because that's how we do it. You don't raise your hand, there's no waiting in line, and we don't get all of them at the beginning of the show or anything, we just do it right in the moment. So if I were to say, what's your favorite color? You would say, oh yes, help me Jesus. And if I were to say, what mode of transportation has been obsolete for 50 years? You'd say, yes, all right. And if I were to say, for instance, your favorite third world dictator, you'd say, Noriega. All right, I was trying to trip you up on that. Great, so we're all warmed up, we all know how this works. The people in the back, please don't be shy. Just because of the laws of physics and the Doppler effect, we tend to get more suggestions from the front sometimes than we do from the back, so yell out big and loud. For our first piece tonight, what is a small thing, but something that you have to deal with every day?
Paper.
Ants?
Paper.
Ants? Ants. Ants, I heard first. Ants. Mercenary!
Oh, Bobby. What are we going to do with you? I wanted you to grow up to be a kind human being.
I'm going to grow up to be a Star Wars technician.
Honey?
Yes.
This big hunk on the counter that's moving?
Oh, they found it.
Well, you know, they're right. These little suckers are pretty strong.
It's times like this, I'm glad I studied flamenco. Not fun being able to lift 20,000 times your weight. You do all the hard jobs.
Honey, I'm really glad you poured honey over me and wanted to lick me off, but I think you're too late.
No. No, there's Dad pulling in the driveway. Oh, and he's got Aunt Shirley with him. They were homonyms.
I got to deal on some formic acid here. You want some? Apparently not.
Hurry up, I can't hold them down all day. You sure they won't recognize us in here?
No, I don't think so. Yes, do you have IDs? I left it home. Well, I'm sorry, unless you know someone here or can present a valid ID, we can't let you in.
We're not ants.
Aunt Shirley, I want you to know I really love it when you and my other Aunt Shirley come over.
I'm so glad. Oh, well, not as much as I am. He is such a dear.
The Manchurian fire ant is known for its life-size giant jaws, which can apply pressure of over 10,000 pounds per...
Okay, enough fun stuff. Just come on right in. Seats, we've been warming your seats for you. We removed the post. You'll be able to see much better there. Okay, what we'd like to do now is a scene based on a suggestion I've not gotten yet because I don't know what I want yet. But then again, who does, right? That's what the 90s are for, I guess. What I'd like to do is ask you for something that is very important to you, an object.
Wedding ring.
Say again.
Wedding ring.
Wedding ring. I can imagine. Okay, wedding ring. And a location where you might vacation.
Oh, Miami.
Miami. Thank you very much. So the next scene will be in the dark. Miami and wedding ring.
Anne walked across the hot sand, lifting her knees high in the air to get her feet off the sand, which burned the bottom. She grasped her right pocket and checked to see that the item of precious nature was still hidden there.
Mort ran out onto the beach after Anne. He said,
Hi!
Anne screamed.
Anne fumbled around on the sand, moving her fingers through all of the litter, the cans, throwing them violently into the air, hitting me.
Mort staggered forward, a big lump on his forehead as he rubbed it and massaged it and moaned softly. Anne stood up and started to rub it and massage it for him. Meanwhile, whispering words of endearment and love.
Oh, she worked her hands down my body.
If you will help me find that ring, I'm going to tear you limb from limb.
Rubbing harder and faster as she went.
And Jennifer strode onto the beach purposefully at that point and approached Mort, grabbed him by the skin around his neck,
And began to rub also.
Mort tore himself away from both of us.
Briefly.
Jennifer removed her hands and accused him. You took my wedding ring.
Anne stepped in front and defended me.
Actually, I borrowed it. Her mouth fell open. Jennifer backed up. Her eyes flew around the beach.
And this look of surprise ran over her face as Anne listed my merits.
Well, he has red hair. Not many people have red hair. Mort stopped her and said,
Think a better one.
Jennifer pointed her finger and demanded, where is that ring? Mort looked down guiltily at the sand. Anne went over to the pile where she had been digging and started to dig furiously like a little dog.
Jennifer joined her.
And he started barking. Then he stood up. He pulled me up and started massaging
looked at both of us, joined us, and asked in an accusing tone.
So, who's going to find the ring? Whose ring is this and who's important to it? Jennifer raised her hand and immediately jumped back down, looking for the ring. Which, of course, left Mort's hands free to massage me. Jennifer found it!
Held it in the air and looked at the glint as it shines in her eyes.
And pleasure covered her face.
Then an evil look. Then greed. Then lust. And the desire to hand it to me. But she did.
Anne stopped me. No, she said. It's yours. It was your grandmother's. You must keep it. Mort fell down on his knees and nodded his head emphatically. I will keep it. Mort stood up. He turned around and hugged Anne. And said,
You sure you don't want to have me keep that? So that it's safe?
Jennifer nodded her head wisely
And handed it to me.
so that he could put it on my finger. But then he changed his mind. He looked at me and Cupid's arrow pierced his heart. He put it on my finger, kissing my hand the whole time. And his feet were tapping a little tap dance. And he turned around and blew kisses to me all the while. He soon collapsed in a heap on the beach. And Jennifer came over and shook my hand. And invited me to lunch.
Safe to come out now? All right, the next thing we like to do is we like to take risks. We're adrenaline junkies. So what we've done is broken down the three elements that make up a scene into a who, a what, and a where, and had you wonderful people write these things down on sheets of paper, which we will now pick at random. So we have three different who, whats, and wheres, and so they have nothing to do with each other, and we'll try to find a way to make them make sense or die trying. And the first series is...
The who is Thumper.
What is a box?
And where is, of course, the New York Stock Exchange.
Have you sold yet? Oh my God, it's going up as we speak.
Yes, I'm very excited.
Oh, there goes my fortune.
Oh, is it all gone?
Only for the moment. I'll get it back. I'll get it back. I'll hunt it out.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so excited. You've had cappuccino today, haven't you?
And I have all these bins.
All right.
And I don't know what to do with them.
Do what I do. Throw them on the floor.
Oh, good.
Somebody will be by and pick them up. You don't have to dance on them. Just throw them on the floor.
I'm so excited. This is my first day here. And you as my
Okay.
mentor.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Well, you know, it's a cruel world out there, you know?
Here's more. More just came in over the wire.
Okay, well, let's take one and throw it on the floor.
Oh, is that how this works?
That's how it works. Right, because the only way they know they want us to pick it up is if we throw it on the floor.
Oh, this is getting so much clearer. Oh, I
That's right.
admire you.
It's a tough world out there. It's dog eat dog and cats sniff around.
Listen, about that meeting afterwards where you're going to explain all the mysteries of the stock exchange for me. I do have to stop by home and pick up my mom and take her to the dentist first. Would that be okay?
I'm sorry, you can't work in the stock exchange and have families. You're 24 hours a day. It's work, work, work. Greed is good.
Oh gosh. Mom will be so disappointed.
You're obviously not cut out for this. You're obviously not cut out for this.
Oh, don't look at me that way with those little beady eyes.
I'm going to take you and I'm going to throttle you because you don't belong here.
What did I do?
No, not those little eyes. You're going to get eaten alive by these people. I'm the nice guy around here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You're right. I don't belong here. I belong someplace with lights so that I can go.
Well, we're such gluttons for punishment. I'll be doing this again.
Share that with us, guys.
Well, the who for this scene will be Haynes Inspector number 9.
And the what is fishing.
And the where, of course, is the bathroom.
Thank you.
It's our 43rd anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Is it really 43 years?
Yes, and I need to talk to you about something.
Okay. Honey, I need to lean on you to get these pantyhose on.
It's been 43 wonderful years, dear, but ever since the morning after our honeymoon.
42 years ago?
Uh-huh.
What?
Well, you've been stretching my underwear. and I'm pretty sick of it. And they start out as 36s and they're like 48s by the time I put them on. You know, they've been inspected at the factory. You don't have to inspect them for me. I mean, you know, try and leave it at the office for Christ's sake.
Well, honey, you know, it's just, I'm just used to it. You know, I see a pair of jockey shorts, I gotta look at them. I gotta look at the stitching at the top. I gotta look at the stitching around where the little hole is.
We found that out in Cancun, didn't we?
Honey,
The Cabana boys refused to wait on us after the first 3 days.
honey, it's just that I've been working at that same job for so long. I don't know what to say.
Well, this may split up our marriage, dear, but I'm switching to boxers.
Well, now wait a minute, honey. You know that I find you terribly sexy in those jockeys. Don't you? I mean, I know it sort of breaks the mood when I inspect them when I take them off, but maybe I could learn. Maybe I could stop.
Well, you know, it took me years to realize that wasn't a comment on my personal hygiene when you inspected it. Time you took them off of me.
Well, honey, maybe
I was afraid to go to the bathroom all day.
Honey, I wish you'd have told me this 42 years ago. You know what I was gonna do? Damn it, I was gonna retire. And then I won't do it anymore. I'll take up gardening or fishing or something like that. And I won't inspect anybody's underwear.
All right, let's just see if you can give it up. Okay? I thought it might come to this, so I've been keeping this trout for just such an occasion. Oh, honey, I just caught a fish. Here, I just caught a fish. I knew it. You can't stop inspecting things. It's the same jeweler's roof you got out on our honeymoon. Thank God we left the lights off.
What do you want? You want a divorce?
No, I don't want a divorce. I just want you to quit inspecting things. Keep your job.
Could I do it one more time? Those are new. Please!
All right. You're gonna crack the elastic in the waistband, though.
another animal, actually. A jackal.
And the what is running.
And the where is under the boardwalk.
Okay, Jack, we know you're in there. Let's make this peaceful. There's no reason anyone has to get hurt.
Ah! Inspector Smith! You do not call me the jackal for nothing. I am wily and my hole always has 2 exits.
Jack, this time you stepped up. We knew you were coming this way. We've got it staked out. There's only one way out, and that's through me.
Very well. If that is the way you want it.
I've waited for this. Many years I've thought, it's you and me. You are not as cagey as your name would imply. Right now I would suspect you are jumping around, getting your energy up.
Don't be ridiculous, Smith. You know nothing about me.
You probably have your gun out already.
No, I do not.
You probably put it away when I said that. You probably got that ridiculous pair of sunglasses with the metal frames on the temples only. And you shook your head with an odd sneer when I mentioned it.
Well, Inspector Smith, I would say just about now that jalapeno and meatloaf sandwich your wife made you is starting to cause the inevitable gastric distress. It only sets in for you about 3:19 p.m.
No, it's not.
And I would also suspect that that breakfast you had of Metamucil and Rolaids has worked its way to your sphincter by now.
I know this technique. You've done this to me before. I remember that. It won't work.
As you stand on the other side of the boardwalk and you hear the surf pounding against the pilings, and I suspect you're feeling your stomach beginning to roil and twist as it knots itself about your small intestine and your bile duct.
No! No, I'm not. No,
And I guess you can feel your gorge rising in the back of your throat as the taste of the bile starts to blast in the face of your
You evil! Next time, I'll get you next time!
What I need from you now are lots of verbal suggestions, and they need to be emotions. So call them out, and as I write them down, I'll say them so you know I got them.
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
Anger.
Lust.
Fear.
Anger. Fear.
Frustration.
Happiness.
Avarice.
Criticism. Exuberance. Stress.
Psychotic.
Criticism.
Frustration.
Frustration.
Sensitive.
Sensitive. Anger. Amusing.
Confusing.
Apathetic. And confusing. Angry. Anger I have. Cheerful.
Petulant.
Petulant.
Hysterical.
Sick. Hysterical.
Raucous.
Raucous. Anxious.
Repetitive.
Forgetful.
Ageful.
Did you put horny down?
Well, I put lust down, but I'll put horny.
Frenetic.
Frenetic and transcendental. What was that one? Flighty.
Neurotic. Self-righteous.
Neurotic and self-righteous.
Disapproving.
Judgmental and disapproving. Good. I think I've got it. I
Argumentative.
think this is it.
Prudish.
Tonight we have Dr. Scott Keck with us. He's a world-renowned authority on on emotion. Would you welcome him, please?
Why don't you sit down? I just made her happy. Right, thank you for all showing up this evening. I know the parking was terrible, and I can imagine how that made you feel. Angry, correct? Well, we've linked emotions to neurotransmitters in the brain.
Amusing.
Oh, and in fact, the names are so difficult most of you couldn't pronounce them, actually.
Tearful.
That shows just a lack of the American education. Like they turned down my proposal to teach my course.
Jealousy.
In higher educational institutions like Stanford. Now they can spend millions of dollars on their chancellor and boats and things like that. But then who cares? I liked boats when I was a child. They made me happy. In fact, my father took my little boat away from me, and that made me feel very bad. But then I went to therapy, and I found it's all right to hate my father.
Fear.
Fear, yes. Well, but then one day Daddy found out that I hated him, and so I was cut out of the will.
Lust.
And then he found out about my feelings for Mommy. And then he cut me even further out of the will.
Confused.
But I wasn't sure why he cut me out of the will, because he had those feelings for Mommy, too. Why was it wrong for him to feel that way about Mommy and not for me?
Frenetic.
Well, in fact, we both felt that way about Mommy, and he was jealous of me. You see, so he cut me out of the will, and then when I was successful, he got even more mad, so he tried to cut me out of my will, and who the hell was he to do that anyway? You know, if you're going to have an emotion, I think you should just stick with the damn emotion. Don't go changing all the time.
Happy.
In fact, I've just decided that, well, for the rest of my life, after about the next 6 minutes, I'm going to be happy for the rest of my life. That's
Sensitive.
right. I'm going to be happy and sensitive. I'll have two emotions. I'll be happy and sensitive. You know.
Petulant.
Then maybe I won't.
What's a relationship between a man and a woman?
Trouble.
And what type of relationship might there be trouble in?
Brother and sister.
Brother and sister and trouble. And how about a room in the house?
The kitchen.
What was that? Bedroom. The bedroom. Okay, we're in the bedroom with a brother and sister and trouble. Thank you.
That's this.
Hi, Ralph.
Kind of late last night, weren't you?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Did you go to
The Zucchini Festival?
I don't believe you can say that without even pausing. It doesn't cause you any guilt at all?
That was wonderful. You wouldn't believe it. I had zucchini ice cream. I had zucchini. I bought a zucchini hat. Look, it's a zucchini hat. You know, this looks like just like that thing you bought at the
Locomotive fair?
The locomotive fair. That little steam engine hat. That was so great.
Don't compare them. I told Mom and Dad I was going, and they knew, but you weren't even supposed to go to that festival thing.
Well, Ralph, I just don't know what to say. You know, we're supposed to be supportive of each other, and here you are treating me like a
Ringworm?
A ringworm. But you don't even want to be near me. You're afraid you'll catch something. Some rare vegetable disease, I suppose.
Don't make fun of it like that. It's a very serious thing. You know what Mom says when you go out and you do that, and you do the
tap dancing.
Tap dancing.
Freeze! Brother and sister, they know each other really well, so they're supplying the word when they get stuck. People who know each other well can do that. Well, you've been here for a while now. You know us pretty well. So we're going to let you supply the word for them, too. So they'll turn to you when they're stumbling and someone throws something up. And as you noticed, it doesn't necessarily have to make sense.
Just just say it all on grandfather's grave. I mean, it's not just the tap dancing part.
Well, Ralph, he loved tap dancing, and I know he was watching me from heaven, just like he watched you when you
Basket weaving.
when you took that basket weaving course.
He would have appreciated that.
I know, and he did. Now,
I
Ralph,
think he knew.
he
You
did
think he
know.
really knew?
He knew, and he thought you were great. He looked down from heaven and he said, "I wish I could give Ralphie a car."
Horse.
A car. He wanted to give you a car, but he was in heaven, Ralph. Couldn't afford it.
All for just doing the basket weaving class? Well, he would have thought highly of you, I think, too, but I still don't think it's right to sneak out. What if Mom caught you? She'd surely get mad and
Ground you.
and ground you.
I've been grounded before. Why do you think I have this rope ladder? I've been doing fire drills lately.
I wanted to talk to you about that because at the bottom I put a, I didn't know what, at the bottom I put a,
Doberman.
A cantaloupe. Fire.
Alligator.
Rick.
Alligator.
a lot of things. You won't even be able to touch the ground.
Well, Ralph, all I can say is, if you keep treating me like this, I'm going to take away your bicycle. Your bicycle. I'm going to take away your 50 bicycles. Who needs 50 bicycles anyway, is what I want to know.
Rajneesh does.
Watch the Oscars this year. Yeah, okay, I agree. Billy Crystal's the only reason I watch it. But it seems like for like the last 10 or 15 years, the winning song has been the same. I mean, last year, Little Mermaid, that was kind of different, but this year, Beauty and the Beast, same thing. Same thing. So like every year, the songs are pretty much the same. So we decided that it would be really easy for us to write next year's Oscar-winning song. And all I need from you to help this happen is a phrase you might hear in a relationship between a man and a woman.
Go away.
How could you?
Go away, and how could you? How could you go away? The envelope, please. This year's best song is How Could You Go Away, sung by Doug and Sue.
When it's late at night and I miss you so, I ask myself, how could you go away? How could you go away from me?
It's easy. I've got 2 jobs. I work my butt off.
stores right now. Now comes a time that we particularly enjoy, and we call it improvising with music, which is where we take our inspiration from Joe Paulino, who is playing for us tonight. He will play something, a tune or a sound or anything, and we will have to come up with something inspired to go with it. So sit back and enjoy improvising with music.
Fishnet stockings for you. I'm your compere tonight. I will introduce you to the mysteries of show business. So we will have our first act out here. This act has been banned in every country. I'm so excited I can't talk. Oh, she's back there. Every country in the ECU or whatever the hell it is. She is Madame Lafarge and her marionette. For a penny. Does anybody have a Deutschmark? Thank you. It's not often you get to see them take their veneer off. I thought the inflatable ones were nice. Tonight, please come back.
I told you last night if I heard that. If I heard you beat that nose one more time, I was gonna twist your head off and feed it to the sea lions. Well, I'll let it slide. Only because I'm not going out there alone. By the way, do you like those fire ants I put in your clown shoes? God, I love making children laugh. Oh, don't pull that clown that never speaks crap with me! 2 cents. 2 cents, eh? You hit me with that chicken again, and I'm gonna clown white your ass. Listen, no screwing around. We gotta go on in 10 minutes.
Pinky. Nice chicken work, Pinky. I got a new nose. It's electric.
Hey, Joe, you gonna do the show tonight? People are listening to the airwaves.
I know, but all Jamaican radio is not going so far anymore.
I know, that's why you have to do the show.
I hate to do fundraisers for reggae music, you know?
Take a listen.
Okay, we're back on the air. That was Desmond Decker and the Republicans doing something it all sounds alike to me. But you know, we have to boost our readership, you know? And listenership. I'm not cut out for this work. I should have been a doctor, like my mother wanted, but instead I smoked the ganja. Oh, the board is lighting up.
The phone.
Oh. Hello, Jamaica Radio.
Yeah, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really agree with you. It does all sound the same, doesn't it? Yeah, I've been listening for like about a year and a half now, and I can't distinguish one from the other. It's really like boring stuff.
Yeah. What kind of ganja you smoke? Hello. Hello.
Hi, man.
Yes.
Oh, Jah watch over I. Such a far I show, Jah be seeing now. I was wondering, me mate tonight, we're just giving homage to Jah, you know what I mean? We twist up a fat one and we kick it back around the house, you know, and we just wondering if you could put on, like, some toots and the metas, man.
Toots, yeah.
We're getting ready to send in a pledge right now, man.
Oh, how much you send?
I forgot.
Me too. Happy Selassie. Okay, we bring to you now toots and then maybe a little later some maytals. Hello. Oh, I told you not to call me here.
Hello. I'm listening to your voice over the air. Joe, I'm getting pictures
Yes.
of you sitting there. What have you got on, Joe?
I've got on
What have you got off, Joe?
I have my woven hat, multicolored hat, and my dreadlocks. And
Take something off for me, Joe.
how about toots in the maytals?
What was the asking price on this one again?
We have a very special rate this week. It came down because it's been on the market for such a long time. So we've reduced it to what can you afford?
Do the curtains come with it and everything?
Oh, everything is here, including there is a short in the electricity, and we will take care of that. And the amount of rain in the area, of course, makes the gardens just wonderful.
I think that's someone else here to see it. Thank you, ma'am. Really enjoyed it.
We're just having a party next door. There are just some wonderful neighbors, right? And a lot of
rid of stray cats that way, couldn't
You
I?
sure could. There's a lot of things. I mean, it's wonderful. It's extra storage.
I'm surprised by the flooring. I'm not used to seeing a random color like this. These big red.
No, that's burnt umber. Burnt umber. The owner, previous owner, was an artist, and excuse me, I'm right here. This you'll love.
That hall stand just grabbed me.
You probably backed into it. I know I was pushing on you. Look at this right here. The fireplace. Third brick over, 2 down. Watch this. The whole fireplace spins around, and there's another room back there. So if you have guests, you actually don't have to like keep up a guest room. There's one sitting back there. It's always ready. I don't understand. It never gets dusty back in there. They say it's haunted, but you know.
Did you just hear a message? Someone talking?
Oh, I probably left the answering machine volume up. Because we're getting a lot of calls on this house now, because it was listed just this last week as a bargain. So, just a lot of calls, so that's probably what it was.
Can I see the garage?
Oh, the garage is wonderful. You have to go down these very dark, damp stairs, though.
Stop. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
That's what you always
I didn't mean it. I guess it'll catch up with me someday. Little insults and snide comments. What's a man to do? Once I've said them and I see the effect. I'm sorry I made you blue.
mean it. That's what you said. You didn't mean it. Goes ringing in my head.
I didn't mean it. But what do you expect from someone who's red? Can't you see that I'm not? What comes out of my mouth? I'll never know. I say the first thing that comes to my mind, and then I wish that I had said it over in time. What's a man to do? Nothing great. I just want to say, don't run away, please wait. I still love you, and I always will. Honey, don't run away. And that was Improvising with Music. Thank you, Joe Paulino. For the next scene, I need a simple activity that 3 people might be involved in together.
Jump rope.
What was this?
Monopoly.
Clue, as in the game board.
Yeah.
Board. Playing a board game, in this case, Clue.
You know, I always wanted to be Miss Scarlet, and I love that little candlestick.
Yeah, well, I'm I'm Mr. Bluster with a machete.
Well, I don't care what you guys want to be. I'm just going to sit here and watch. Free.
A painful but simple scene. You saw it, but did you really? For often in life, the simple things have more nuance than we realize. Be sure that we've caught every bit of flavor this has, because tomorrow you'll want to talk about it. Let's see this scene again from the top. Exactly. Unusual for us, but exactly as they just did.
You know, I always wanted to be Miss Scarlet, and I just love that little candlestick.
Well, I'm Mr. Bluster with a machete.
I don't care what you guys want to be. I'm just going to sit here and watch. Freeze.
A minute. I saw a few of you taking notes. And I know why. I also will want to recreate this at home tonight with the help of friends. But you're saying, yes, a pretty, a cute, an intense, an intelligent scene. But what if we did it differently? How about if we did it, say, in fast motion? Let's see it, please. The same scene in fast motion.
You know, I want to be Miss Scarlet. I love the candlestick. Who's the Bluster with a machete?
I get what you guys want to be. And you're going to sit here and watch.
That's what you're thinking, doesn't it? You're saying, but what if other styles were applied to something like this? The options are unlimited. What if, for instance, a theatrical style came to mind?
Puppet theater.
Puppet theater! Yes! Let's see it as puppet. I was afraid we wouldn't get that one.
You don't know? I always wanted to be Miss Scarlet. I just love that little candlestick.
Hi, Mr. Bluster with a machete.
And like you guys want to be, I just want to sit.
Another theatrical style. Shakespeare down here! Shakespeare it in!
My Lady Scarlet I would be. Put all the sunshine down on me. The candlestick, 'tis small but cute. I'll put it in my birthday suit.
I'm Mr. Bluster, the Lord of the Land. With my machete, I will cut off your hand. Yea, verily.
I care not twixt you what transpires. In your petty desires I shall not be mired. But I shall place upon this chair my posterior, and while there, I shall observe what thus doth do, and perhaps I shall show the bottom of my shoe.
What about a movie style or a TV style? Western, I hear. From down front. Western, please.
You know, I always wanted to be Miss Scarlet. I just love this new gun.
You're, as far as I'm concerned, they call me Bluster. And I got a machete that saved the West.
Miss Scott, Mr. Blaster, you ought to see what's coming us the way. Wait, you're right, Mr. Blaster. I just sit here and watch.
Musical style. Opera we hear, of course. Is there anything more suited to opera than this?
Miss Scarlet, Miss Scarlet. I've always wanted to be Miss Scarlet. I love this candlestick. It's so cute. You can't have it.
But I am Lord Bluster.
chair, a chair, a chair. Oh, great, I have a chair, a chair, a chair. When I sit on my chair, who knows what transpires there? When I sit on my chair, who knows what transpires there? I shall watch but not care while I sit on my chair. Once I sit on my chair, then my foot will be in the air.
Thank you for helping to create all those possibilities with that simple theme. It's time in the show for you to get a break. It's getting warm in here, and for us to take a short break. We do have a lot of literature out front as well as a mailing list if you want to find out when things are up and coming. Some wonderful things happening very soon. Next Saturday, we're doing an all-day of improv and fun and play for women. Something I've been wanting to do for some time, to experiment with just women doing improv. What's that like? And on the last Friday of every month, we take adults and put them in a room and let them play. We have recess. So if you feel like your life is needing some loosening up, recess is a great thing to do. And at the end of the month, we're doing an intensive for actors, showing them how improv applies to the audition setting. So check that out. And in June, an all-day for couples of improv play and being together. Check it out. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes for the second half.
Thank you for the first half, first of all.
Thank you for the first half.
No, seriously, thank you. And I hope you had a good break. Did you have a good break?
Yeah!
Because all audiences don't get the break. You have to buy the deluxe ticket, which includes the complimentary break. A lot of nights we don't have one because you're all too cheap. But tonight, thank you very much. We got to rest for a second. What we'd like to do now is launch into the second half with a piece that we fairly traditionally do, and it's a different kind of suggestion we'll be asking for right now. What is that, you ask, Doug? Okay, I will tell you.
What is that, Doug?
It is, well, we've given verbal suggestions, we had musical suggestions, we had suggestions on paper. Now we're going to ask you to actually provide us with a physical object, preferably non-breakable and preferably big enough to see in the back that we will play with. Just rummage around in your belongings, anything that's fairly unusual. Thank you. We take the first object that we see, and of course you didn't throw it at us, which makes a big difference. Thank you.
No, Geppetto, I wasn't getting into your Playboy collection.
Inexpensive, scary effects.
Ooh, that was scary.
Well, Alice, it must be one of the mushrooms that makes you big, is all I can figure.
I think he'll live, Jim.
Yes, Mrs. Cleveland, I think your fetus is into parimutuel betting.
How many times have you found yourself in the middle of the lake, out in the boat, without a motor, saying, "These worms are limp"? That's why Kramer's frozen red worms.
See anything?
Yes, the Virgin Mary.
This right here is a duplicate of what we're looking at with your eye, all right? So now, if you remove this lens, and I remove this lens, you'll get a much clearer picture of what's going on.
Let me check. You're about 20 PSI, I think.
El Sordo. Got any alcohol?
Okay, Mom, I cleaned your flashlight.
No impact aerobic.
I think it's an island, Captain. I'm not sure. Struckland.
If My Favorite Martian had been made on a lower budget.
I realize that they're expensive, but you have to realize you get the kind of roll with this that you wouldn't get with anything else in the whole world.
Well, sir, if you step over that line, I shall be forced to draw my sword. Well, perhaps this line. Perhaps this line.
Most momentous is you. Rev Nietzsche, you say? Yes, that's why preparation has brought you for those moments when.
Well, I know it's rather small, but it does vibrate.
Okay, Mr. Nimble, the city's given us the permit and your union's okayed it, so be quick and jump over this candlestick.
CPR.
Of course, as we get into our 40s, 50s, and 60s, what's the biggest problem we have? That's right, nose hair.
Honey, I think the cat has worms.
Where did the item go? Does someone want this back? Why is the question. And that brings us to a section of the show we call Life. And we call it Life because we like to do a whole series of scenes based on a given subject, a subject that is important in all of our lives. So I'd like you to take a moment before anyone else has a suggestion and think about this, because we're going to do, somewhere between 20, 25 minutes, something like that, a whole series of looks at a given subject that affects not just this gentleman's life, but yours as well.
Senility.
Neighbors. I heard neighbors first. Thank you.
They're moving in, look.
Oh, they're just like us. Good.
She looks just about my age.
Yeah, only prettier.
Quit that. Quit it. I'm going to put you back in the box if you don't quit that. Get off her. You guys live all day long in a little can, and you can't be civil when I be... Stop that. You obviously are not both ladybugs. Obviously, you'll have to live in different cans. Sorry, but you brought it upon yourself. Don't look at me like that. If you can't get along, how... Get off there. Stop that. Okay. Who's are you?
What's a nice thing about having a neighbor? Borrowing things. Borrowing things. You're unanimous. Thank you.
Wanda? Hi.
Hi, Lou.
Yeah, I suppose you heard me in the yard.
Yes, I did. Fishing around amongst all my garden tools again.
I was looking for that granite grinder, you know, remember that?
Lou, I think you borrowed that last week.
God, she's hot in those cut-off jeans and those Cobbies Easy Walkers.
He doesn't even remember what he's borrowed anymore.
Well, I just wanted to make sure before I, you know, went into the garage and stuff like that. You don't mind if I walk in your garage?
Well, you know, Lou, I sort of do.
I certainly do. I hate it when you do that.
I just want to smell the overheated grease from your car.
I think you are the most impertinent, pushy neighbor that one could possibly have.
You know, I just have a problem sometimes with people who don't ask me before they take things and who sort of come in without knocking. You know, it's just sort of a little quirky.
You didn't knock or ask when you came in and took my heart.
Makes me want to get out the bazooka and shoot your kneecaps off. Boom, boom.
I don't want to come back too hard on you here.
Well, it's understandable, you know.
But I would like to blow up your house after I get everything that I own out of it.
I hope you don't mind. I ripped up your herb garden so I could put down my basketball court.
I'm not very happy about that, Lou, I must tell you. I mean, I don't want you to, get the wrong idea.
Just wanted to show off.
You are despicable. You're unconscionable. You have no idea how you're ruining my life. Do you realize that the last 3 dates that I had took one look at you in my garage and left?
Lou, I just think, it's great to be neighbors and all, but, I just don't think... I think maybe you ought to not drop by so much. You know what I mean? You have your own house. Maybe you ought to hang out there.
Yeah, hang out, the operative word.
I knew I shouldn't have installed that skylight while she was gone for the weekend.
I've almost got the tunnel to our basements connected. Do you have any champagne so I can christen it when I open it up?
To our basements connected.
Yeah, but I don't get wet when I come over. I can come over any kind of weather. I can come over for Christmas. New Year's.
Oh, I knew I should have saved it as a surprise.
Lou, that's not such a...
Could I have a simple phrase 3 to 5 words long, please?
You get on my nerves.
I beg your pardon? You get on my nerves.
And what's another neighborly type of phrase?
You can have your cake and eat it too.
You can have your cake and eat it too.
You can't have your cake.
You can't have your cake and eat it too. Thank you.
What is something somebody from the right-hand side of the back would say to their neighbor?
Get your leaves off my lawn.
Get your lots of leaves.
And I'm sorry, mine again was?
You get on my nerves.
You get on my nerves. Get on my nerves.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Get your leaves off my lawn.
You can't have your cake
Get your
and eat
leaves
it.
off my
You
lawn.
get on my, you get on my,
Can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't have your leaves. You get on my leaves. You get on my leaves. You
get on my, get on my,
Get your cake off my
I thought instead of visiting King Friday today, we'd stay here and have a guest. No, I'm sorry, Charlie, you're not the guest. I'm putting on my tennis shoes. Do you have comfortable shoes on, boys and girls? It's nice to have comfortable shoes to come home to. You know how to make a bow? Yeah. Make two little rabbit ears. Then one ear goes around the other ear and they tie in a knot, and the blood vessels constrict. Time to feed the fish. Hello, Mr. Stoplight. Billy's learned to float on his back. You like stories? Our guest today has some wonderful stories, boys and girls. She's the story lady. Come on in, story lady. We're all changed into our comfortable shoes. Hello, story lady.
How are you today?
The story lady has a throaty and sensuous voice, doesn't she? The story lady's voice puts a little starch in my cardigan. What story do you have for us today, story lady?
Today, we have Bambi.
Is that the story about the little deer who grows up without his mother and father in the forest?
It's the story about the young woman.
I thought Bambi was a boy.
Bambi de Winter was a poor lass. She lived in a small town, boys and girls, and her father was a cobbler. She always dreamed of going to the castle on the hill. One day, she was walking in the woods near the castle on the hill.
Excuse me, story lady. You're allowed to say excuse me when you interrupt someone who's talking.
No, Fred. This is a new story.
We like news stories, don't we, boys? Please continue. I apologize for interrupting.
That's perfectly all right, Fred. She was walking in the woods. Her dress was short and tight because she couldn't afford a new one.
Not unlike the story lady's dress.
Why, that's right, Fred.
Excuse me, story lady. Likeness again.
Suddenly, she saw a young man standing in a spot of sunlight in a clearing in the forest. He was so beautiful, he took her breath away. She could hardly breathe anyway, because the laces on the bodice of her dress were too tight.
Not unlike the story lady's lace. Excuse me, story lady.
The young man turned and saw her. And as he did, his eyes got wide.
It's getting warm in here, story lady. Everybody take off my card. Would you like a drink?
Do you have some of that wonderful champagne?
I know, story lady. All I have is a six-pack of Carly.
That'll do. As I was saying, boys and girls, he saw the young woman, and he walked over to her and said, "You are the beautiful Bambi, are you not?"
This is a church key, boys and girls. It works on the Archimedean lever principle.
And she said, yes, I am Bambi, and you must be Roderick. Yes, I am Roderick. Come back to the castle with me. Bambi said, I don't know, and Roderick pulled her to his chest.
In the neighborhood, we recycle.
And started kissing her throat all over. Bambi broke out in a sweat.
Not unlike the story lady is doing.
He took her hair down. It flowed down past her waist, down, down, past her ankles, down, down. How much longer do we have, Fred?
Well, goodbye, boys and girls.
Welcome, Neighborhood Crime Watch volunteers. Thank you all for, in fact, leaving your homes undefended to come down here and get the monthly report. I know you all got a good deal on those Dobermans we had last week. Everybody bought a lot of those. But we need to keep together. We need to keep tight. We need to stay together. So I want you to reach under your seat. And go ahead, reach under your seat. I'll wait. And under there, you'll see a killer weasel. That weasel has not been fed in 30 days. That's not for your house, it's for your car. Keep that weasel in your car at all times. It works, believe me, we figured it out. Okay, let's all say the pledge. We are patriots.
We are patriots.
We are the only people that matter.
We are the only people that matter.
Anybody that doesn't live on my block.
Anybody that doesn't live on my block.
Can go to hell. I'm glad you remembered. Okay. We'll be raffling off his and her set of AK-47s later on. If you want to stay for that. And of course we have our monthly slideshow. So can I please have the slides come down? We'll show you what we've been working on and spending your dues money on. First slide here, the family who forgot to turn off the alarm system in their house. Jack has put the key in the door, and the whole family, they all have to go to the bathroom. They've been to Disney World. They come in, and you see, they're on the metal grating, and they've electrocuted themselves. It took a forklift to pull them off the keyhole. But, remember who they are. Next slide, please. Okay, bushes. Bushes, a great line of defense. How many of you put moats around your bushes? Well, get to it. What happened here is we actually had to go and exfoliate about 4 square blocks. We napalmed everybody's bushes because there was too many criminals living in them. One family, they would feed the criminals in the bushes. It was easier than having to break all their windows. So we took all the bushes out, and these are people ducking because they're allergic to napalm. Okay, next slide, please. This is my mother. That's my dad. I hope you don't mind me getting too personal. Over here we have, this is the first wedding we've had in our survivalist cocoon, which I sunk into the backyard. It cost me about $15,000 to do that, but I figured if the criminals don't get us, we're going to be destroyed by some kind of terrible mutant virus from some insecticide or something. So what I did is I created this little arch. That's me going in head first to make room for the bride and groom. I was checking the place out is what I was doing, making sure there were no combatants in there. But what you see here is the arch of life. We always do that for all of our weddings. And you notice that these two people are handcuffed together to simulate the bond between all the married people in the neighborhood crime watch. Hey, I think we may have another slide or two. Who in the hell knows? I don't know. This is my father saying, pull my finger. I'm sorry I mixed in these personal slides. I don't know if you really want to know that much about me. Actually, I don't want you to know that much about me. If you know too much about my habits, you'll know when I'm out of the house. Okay, right here we have this. This is a great way to eliminate crime. Just never leave your house, never look at anything. If anybody comes in, pretend you're not there. They won't notice you. They'll think you're some kind of lava lamp or something. Yeah, if anybody breaks into your house, do like the animals do. Just play dead. So we wanted to thank you for coming this month, and hopefully we'll have a better turnout next month because unemployment is going up, and we want to make sure that everybody's got a reason to protect themselves and keep a hold of your belongings and make sure that AK-47 gets raffled off out there. Thank you very much.
What's something about neighbors that just really works your last nerve?
Loud music.
Loud noises, loud music, dogs, all that kind of stuff. Thank you.
All right.
Well, I guess you know why I'm here. You see, it's no secret that I love to sleep late. In fact, any kind of noise can irritate my cerebellum when I'm in the REM state. Hey man, I don't want to even wait to pass down through all the other stages of sleep. I just hit the pillow and I'm in deep. You know, if I got a neighbor upstairs watching Johnny Carson, man, who cares? Any TV show out of 52 cable TV channels, well, in me, it rattles, it gets in my head and goes all around, and I hear it through the walls. It's a terrible sound. Noisy neighbors. Oh, hey, noisy neighbors. Yeah. If they got a dog or an animal that barks, well, what other kind? I don't know. How about a lark? It sits in its cage and chirps out the window. It floats down and into my ear it comes every single night. Man, those noises, they really are a fright. When you hear that woof woof on that horrible yowl, you say to yourself, that can't be no owl. And what about cats when they're out doing this? Man, I swear, here's a child being this. I can't understand that crazy sound. You know when cats in heat, they start to come around. They're out on my back fence every night. If I had me a rifle, I'd get them in my sight and I'd blow them away to kingdom come. Hey, get off there, man. You know what you've done. You done wasted my sleep and intruded in my space. Got all your neighborly noises in my face. I don't want to hear your shower or your pipes when they knock. Don't want to hear your stupid radio clock at 5 a.m. when it goes off, see? And you got that crazy station that sounds like MTV and it goes all night and it goes all day because you forgot to turn the alarm off when you went away for a weekend, Jack, and it's blaring and hollering. Man, that's the kind of stuff I won't be swallowing if I live below you and get some carpet. Man, what about them shoes? They must be a size 26 because I can hear you when you play pickup sticks. And you and the missus when you're getting it on, dude, it sounds like a #1 TV hit song. Just bring the volume down a little bit. Hey, I don't want to hear it when you take a, well, I got to tell you one thing, man. You know what I like? It's just a little piece. So if you could bring the level down, then all this stuff wouldn't be running round in my head when I'm plotting and planning on how to get even with you. Even now, I'm saying to myself, what can I do? Maybe a broom in the ceiling, firecracker or two. If I wait at your job and then I'll sneak on up to your apartment and send all your birds and your pets to a heavenly place. And then your noise won't be in my face, so I think you better hear me shout, man, cut down the noise, Jack, or move out. I hate neighbors.
My son, you carry on tradition of tribe very well.
Well, it's the festival days, Dad.
Good sentence, though. You might want to throw in instead of Vista Nuevo.
Oh,
think it goes that way.
Thanks, Pop. You know, I never would have gotten to be anything in the tribe without you. You know, them damn Kiowas keep screwing everything up. They come over here and play cards with us and everything, and they get drunk and they fart and all kinds of stuff. You know, they're screwing up our traditions, Dad.
Well, you know, I think it was very important when you decided to move off the reservation and live in that small road stop place with the gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Truck driver haven, yeah.
Fountain of fuel, yeah. Well,
I think, though, your mother and I would like to have you move back onto the reservation.
why, Pop?
Well, either that or we're going to rent the trailer next to yours. You have your choice.
But you know, in our faith, when the elders become too elderly, they go off into the plain and never come back. And you want to move in next to me? What happened? Don't you join our forefathers and live in the big hunting tent in the clouds?
Get with it, son.
How can I follow traditions, Dad, when you don't?
Well, if I was Jewish, we'd go to Miami Beach.
Oh, the bison head. Yeah. It's not gonna work, Pop.
You look very manly today, my son.
I know, and a man makes decisions. And you and Mom cannot live it. It is written. Otherwise the flaming beaver will come and eat the sun.
Pull that Vision Quest Spirit Warrior crap with me.
I am now chief of my tribe, Pop.
What are you, claiming to be the ghost dancer of the trailer park?
Yeah, you're just a consultant.
Look, the tribal council, when I went out as chief, the tribal council said, you know, I'd still get part of the revenue from the bingo, but that's just not enough to move us anyplace nice, so we want to live next to you.
I don't know, Pop. You know, you bring many bad omens with you. That's not easy for me to say. That's a lot. I thought you stopped smoking, Pop.
On ceremony days.
How can you want peace when you say you want to take my land from me? There's only room enough for me and the wife in the trailer park.
If you didn't have that buffalo hat on, I'd give you a whack with this guy. You're a bigness. Careful with that thing, it's not a Pez dispenser. Alright, well, wait a second. Oh, Rita looks like she's dressed in the ceremonial nothingness.
Well,
She's
taking an adult education
Let me
course.
top it up for you, son. It's the special Fiesta Festival blend. So should your mom get your old room ready?
As long as the eagle flies to the snake, and as long as the buffalo dance on one foot. You and Mom are my spirit guides.
Lightweight?
That was Flash Family's look at Neighbors. What we'd like to do now is sing a blues song for you. What is a topic you wouldn't associate with the blues?
Maternity ward.
Maternity ward. Maternity ward. Thank you.
anniversary of Flash Family as an entity. And, excuse me? Peace? What was that? And we thank you for being here and being part of our birthday run this year.
Birthday? You said birthday? I can't believe you said birthday.
Of all people.
Of all people in the room to say birthday?
Why is that, Sue? Why is that?
Because tomorrow's his birthday!
I'll never forget on the way to the theater, Doug and I were in a car accident tonight, so I'll never forget this show. Thank you. Anyway, we have another run coming up in July. We'll be doing something a little different for Flash Family. We'll be doing 3 weeks in a row, but we'll be doing Friday and Saturday nights. So if Saturday nights don't always work out for you, or somebody else you know wants to come and see us on a different night, tell them to come and see us on a Friday night. We'll be here in Fort Mason, Friday and Saturdays in July.
This very space.
This very space. Also, we'd like to thank some people who helped make all this happen, who were not visible up on stage with us. First of all, who's our house manager tonight?
Bev Manberg.
It's Bev Manberg! Job, except when we thank him like right now, the guy that puts us on tape for posterity or wrapping fish, it's Mr. Ron Kelly. And the invisible sixth member of Flash Family improvising right along with us on lights, Bailey Penzotti. And of course, our one-man orchestra, Mr. Joe Paulino.